My name is Shane Russell, and I'm with Suited Marketing. And today, what I'm going to be talking about is how you can build relationships in your business to increase your bottom line and the importance of that. Essentially, how to set yourself apart from the rest of the crowd and how you can grow your business to new heights by shifting that focus outward onto other people. I just wanted to let you know, Denny, the reason why I had him talking there for a second was he's going to be our guest speaker today. So it's going to be myself and him. You may remember him. His name is Denny Basham with Subsilio Consulting. He's going to talk a little bit about reputation marketing and how you can leverage the internet to attract more clients through the development of a positive online reputation. And so the difference between he and I is I'm going to be talking about building relationships in person, and he's going to switch that to building your reputation and ultimately relationships using the internet to leverage that. So when you're out networking, actually, before I start this, I just want to let you know if you do have any questions, put them in the little chat box and I want to address them as soon as I can. I want to make this also an interactive type of presentation. I'm also recording this, so if you miss something or uh, get behind on something, don't worry about it because you'll be able to view it and I'll show you at the end where you can go to view it later. But anyway, so when you're out networking, building relationships should always be your top priority, regardless of whether it's a sanctioned I take the lead event or just even a friend's cocktail party. You should always focus on getting to know other people and getting out there, having meetings with people, doing one-on-ones as much as humanly possible. Obviously, you have to focus on your business as well, but the more you do that and get to know people on a personal basis, the more you're going to see results. It may take a few months, may take 6 months, but just so you know, that is a critical aspect of that. Stop selling and start building relationships. Essentially, what should you do? How can you do this? And the process of doing this essentially is whether you like it or not, people are going to buy from people who they like and trust. And that goes back to what I was just talking about a second ago of people need to have that personal connection with you. The way the world works, especially with the internet being so robust nowadays, if you're not focusing on building those relationships, you're gonna definitely fall to the ground before you even know it. So another element to that is peace. People also buy from emotion more than they do logic. So essentially, if you connect with that person on an emotional level, they're not even going to really think about price. I've been in sales for a really long time, and when I was in sales, I always got in trouble, believe it or not, because I was so focused on building relationships. And even though everybody else that I was working around said, "You can't say that, you can't do that," and I was like, "Why not? I'm getting to know them, I'm having fun." And guess who was not always, but near the top echelon of sales was me because I really spent time getting to know people. I had a lot of opportunities come up that I would never even dreamed of, whether it be going to sporting events or just making friends and going out and hanging out or something like that. So it's not just about business, it's about personal fulfillment. And growing your business is also part of your life. And the more you integrate your business with your life, the more happiness you're going to feel and success you're going to bring to your life in all respects. So even with technology, there's no substitute for real life interactions and connections. Right now, obviously, I'm using technology to get my message out there, but also to duplicate myself. But ultimately, everyone on here, with I think except for you, Ken, I know for as a personal type of relationship that I've met in person, connected, got to know a little bit, and actually Dr. Dan and Amanda I'm going to be meeting with here next week. But yeah, I know the importance of it. The thing with technology is connecting the two together. You have to leverage technology. There's no substitute or no doubt about it. But you also have to get out there and network. And being in the field that I'm in, obviously computers, I started to notice that a lot of computer people are not very sociable. And because of my background, I was able to go both directions, being kind of a techie but also a social person, which has made me a very valuable asset. But really, ultimately, it's just getting to know people. And that quote I said a little while ago of people hate to be sold, but they love to buy, I think I might have said that anyway. That actually came from my favorite author, Jeffrey Gitomer. And this link here, I'm going to go to this in just a second, is the article that I wrote about him. And the book he wrote was called The Little Red Book of Selling. And that just goes over the basic principles of how you can build your business, how you can sell. And this is actually where I started to learn how to be a master salesperson. I read the book and then I taught it to the other salespeople. Ever since then, I've just been using his principles. And I was even lucky enough to meet him in Denver last year when he came to town for a conference. So, really nice guy. But learning how to grow your business and increasing your sales, I'm not going to obviously read it all. And just as a side note, this is on that page with those important links for you to go back and review all everything that I'm talking about. You'll be able to review very easily later. So, your plan: visit your top 25 customers in person, get your online presence out of the 1990s, start offering help and value messages. Focusing your energy outward is a critical aspect of building those relationships. Develop and maintain business and personal relationships with clients. That's exactly what I was just talking about. Um, Developing and maintaining business relationships with technology, obviously, social media is a huge part of it. But really, again, there's no substitution for meeting with those people in person. So, building morale, focusing on customer loyalty, when calling on customers, value proposition. Always make it look like the customer's winning in any situation that you come across. Learn customers' buying motives, changing from cold calls to referrals. So I think, let's see, who I heard this recently, and I forgot who said it, but it was at an I Take the Lead event. And instead of asking for referrals, ask for introductions to those people. With those people that you've built those relationships, anybody's going to want to help out their friend. That's ultimately what it comes down to, is somebody is going to want to help their friend be successful because it's a personal connection. Remember, earlier in the presentation, I said people buy off of emotion more than they do logic, and people are going to use that emotion to help out a friend to succeed a lot more than they are just a stranger. So it's not just that first level of connections that you're looking for. You're looking to connect with other people's network. There was a book written not too long ago, and I can't recall the title off the top of my head, but essentially, almost everybody has about 200 to 250 people in their personal network. So when you're building a relationship with a person, you're tapping into those possible 250 people that they may know that might need your service or product. So being creative is another element to that. Is people are inundated with other people trying to get to know them, trying to sell them. Again, going back to what I just said, people hate to be sold, but they love to buy. So creativity comes into an important element to connecting with those other people. Don't just say, hey, do you want to go get a cup of coffee? Give them a reason to want to go get a cup of coffee with you, and try to think of something that's going to open them up to being more receptive to meet with you. And that can get you in the door much better than it can if you go cold calling or knocking on a door. Obviously, you won't even get past the receptionist much of the time. So if you basically you're going around by meeting people at these networking events, or just getting out there and looking for clientele, especially like with you, Dr. Dan and Amanda, who a lot of your focus is just people in general. Anybody can be your client, anybody with a physical slash mental issue that obviously is interrelated with the body, but not everybody can meet clients, at an event or somebody's house, but they may know somebody. So I'm going to beat that as a dead horse, obviously, but I just wanted to touch on that again. So, building your yes attitude. I think I'm going to go away from this article. I want you to go back and read this on your own, but It's so important, and I can't even express it enough. So.